Welcome back students. In the previous video we have discussed the theory part regarding share forfeiture and reissue of shares, and through this video we will be solving the previous year questions. So first question is, X Limited forfeited 40 shares of 10 each and on which 4 per share were paid. If the forfeited shares are reissued at rupees 8 per share paid up, what is the minimum price the company must charge? The options are A. 2 per share, B. rupees 4 per share, C. rupees 10 per share, D. rupees 8 per share. Okay, here 40 shares are forfeited, the face value is rupees 10 and the shareholder has already paid rupees 4. So we have to find out the minimum price the company must charge when it is reissued at rupees 8 fully paid up. So let us solve this out on board. Okay, this is a solution. So in the question it is said that the company wants to reissue the forfeited shares at rupees 8 per share, and we want to calculate the minimum price that must be charged for the reissued shares. Okay, so the reissue price is rupees 8 per share, which is given in the question. Okay, now the amount left in forfeiture account is rupees 4 per share, which is actually the amount which is paid by the shareholder. Okay, 4 per share is paid by the shareholder, which is actually forfeited by the company. So the share forfeiture account includes rupees 4 per share. Okay, the company wants to reissue at rupees 8 per share and the company already has rupees 4 per share in the share forfeiture account. Okay, so the minimum price to be charged to those shares is equal to rupees 8 minus rupees 4, that is rupees 4 per share. Okay, I repeat, it's that the company wants to reissue at rupees 8 and among them rupees 4 is already kept with the company in the form of share forfeiture, and the balance amount is the actual price which is to be charged by the company for the reissue. So that is actually rupees 8 minus rupees 4. Rupees 4 is the answer. So the answer is option B, rupees 4. We shall move towards the next question. X Limited forfeited 20 shares of rupees 10 each, rupees 8 called up, on which John had paid application and allotment money of rupees 5 per share. Of these, 15 shares were reissued to Parker as fully paid up for rupees 6 per share. What is the balance in the share forfeiture account after the relevant amount has been transferred to capital reserve account? So this is the question, and the options given are option A nil, option B rupees 5, option C rupees 25 and option D rupees 100. So let us solve this out on board. Okay, this is the solution. So in the question we have to calculate the balance in the share forfeiture account after the relevant amount has been transferred to capital reserve account. Okay, in the question it is clearly mentioned that 20 shares are forfeited. Okay, total number of shares forfeited is 20 shares and among them the company reissues 15 shares. Okay, so the capital reserve account will have that profit concerning to these 15 shares. Okay, then the balance left is equal to 5 shares, that is 20 minus 15, 5 shares is left in the forfeiture. Okay, then the amount left in forfeiture account will be 5 into 5, that is this 5 is 5 shares and this 5 is actually the amount which has been paid by the shareholders. That means the forfeited amount is rupees 5. So 5 shares into forfeited amount, that is rupees 5, will give you rupees 25, which is actually the correct answer, that is option B. Next question, A Limited issues a prospectus inviting applications for 2000 shares. Applications were received for 3000 shares and pro rata allotment was made on the applications of 2400 shares. If A has been allotted 40 shares, how many shares he must have applied for? So this is a question which is relating to oversubscription. Okay, this has nothing to do with share forfeiture or reissue. This is a question based on oversubscription of shares. So the options given are A 40, B 44, C 48 and D 42. So let us solve this out on board. Well, this is a question actually based on oversubscription. Oversubscription means a situation where the demand for the shares exceeds the number of shares issued by the company. Here in this question, the company actually invited applications for 2000 shares. Okay, but they received application for 3000 shares. So there is an excess of 1000 shares. Okay. So under these situations, the company have two alternatives. First is to reject the excess application. That means to reject the excess 1000 applications. Okay. The second alternative the company has is to make proportionate allotment. That means pro rata allotment. So this is a question based on pro rata allotment, and let's solve this. Okay. The company invited application for 2000 and they received 3000 shares. Okay, they made allotment for 2400 shares. That means they have allotted the whole 2000 shares proportionately for the applications for 2400 shares. Okay, there is a proportionate allotment. Okay, here 2000 shares are given for 2400 shares applicants. Okay, the ratio is 2400 is to 2000. That means when we simplify, we will get 6 is to 5. So this is the ratio. That means a person who applied for 6 shares will get 5 shares. So this is actually the meaning behind pro rata allotment. And this is the ratio we get. In the question, it is said that Mr. A has been allotted 40 shares and we need to calculate the number of shares for which A had applied for. We have already calculated the ratio, that is 6 is to 5. That means a person who applied for 6 shares will get 5 shares. So in case of A, he has got 40 shares and we need to find this X. That means the number of shares for which A has applied for. So this is the equation actually we get 6 by 5 equal to X by 40. Okay, when we cross multiply it, we will get 6 into 40 equal to 5X. Okay. Then therefore X is equal to 6 into 40 by 5. That means 48 shares. So the right answer is option C, 48 shares.